Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, we are on the daily chart at the moment, and the chart might have started a wider B wave. Here in our wave 4 that we've been tracking, the daily chart has not changed in many weeks. Many weeks. Yeah, I don't think the structure hasn't changed really since we've started that move up at the September low. The idea that this is a third wave within a larger fifth wave of an overall uptrend is unchanged. What I highlighted to you in recent weeks was that, in my opinion, another 4-5 pattern would look best on this chart, which means another higher low in this wave 4 correction and another higher high, during which the price could then, well, basically form a new all-time high, targeting 130,000. And that could actually be then the major top that we've been watching for. And that major top could lead to a major correction, which could be an opportunity. So the outlook for next year will involve corrections and so on, large correction pretty much. But I don't think we have topped yet. I think we will form a more substantial price top in Q1 of next year. At the moment, the uptrend is still alive. At least, there is absolutely no evidence that the overall wave count is complete at this stage, even though we're getting close, right? I mean, we are very close to completing a larger degree uptrend, which started in 2022. We talked about that extensively in recent weeks. And at the moment, the main question is, this internal fourth wave, is it nearly done, or do we get a bit of an extension? And until I see evidence that it's done, I assume we're extending a bit here. So the idea would be A wave, B wave, C wave. The support area is unchanged. In this case, a wider wave 4 would unfold before we continue the move higher. And support for this wave 4 is located around 82.4K. At least this is the next level to watch. Of course, we will also take into account the micro patterns, the 1 hour chart, which will give us further insights. The orange scenario allows for the wave 4 to be completed rather sooner than later. But again, at the moment, there's nothing in the price chart that would tell me the correction is done, which is why I'm watching for a B wave rally and then another move down. And we can see that in a little bit more detail on the smaller time frame. So let's go to the shorter time frame wave count. The patterns we identified are being filled in at the moment. The chart is basically working through the patterns. There is no invalidation or anything at the moment. The idea was that we've seen a 3-wave move down into the Friday, the 20th of December low. Then, as a result, we saw another bounce, a corrective bounce, certainly not an impulse to the upside. This here is seen as a corrective rally, consisting of 2 impulses, A wave and C wave, but this just forms an ABC structure, a perfect 3-wave move, which means that either this B wave I just showed you on the daily chart is complete, and we're going down more directly, which is absolutely possible. I could class the move down from that high as impulsive, which means we have an A wave complete, we have that B wave complete I just showed you on the larger time frame, and we could now be setting up for the C wave down into that mid to low 80K region. In this case, we're now working on a wave 2 corrective rally with resistance between 96,960 and 98,870, and the invalidation point is the high of the 26th of December, 99.9K. That's the formal invalidation point. Already above 98,870, I will assume the yellow wave count is unfolding, which would mean one more high, marked here with a question mark, in a wider B wave. How does that all come together? Well, it's quite simple. It is quite simple. We are in a range between support and resistance. I mean, the levels are very clearly defined. We've seen that one more low. I can't remember. I think we talked about that one more low possibility in the last update, but really it's just noise. Really what matters are the levels here. Support did hold, okay? So support held and the market moved from support into resistance. Resistance is holding at the moment, so we don't really have a signal if the market wants to break out higher, form that larger B wave, or if we're going down. We're simply moving in the range at the moment, but filling in the pattern. The idea would be, or was, that before we go down in the white count, we would see at least a wave 2 bounce, right? Which is what we're seeing right now. But it's pretty much constrained by the resistance area, so normally we don't want a wave 2 to break above the 78.6 retracement. Well, if it does, then it would mean that this initial ABC structure that we've seen would only be the A wave of a larger B wave. So it's the same count, it's just a larger version of the B wave. Okay, and we could form that larger B wave, which consists of an A, B, C structure, just a little larger. But even then, all that would mean, based on what we see in the chart right now, is that this correction would, let's say, get delayed a little bit, or it would stretch out, it would extend a little bit. Overall, nothing here in the chart at the moment that would confirm that a major low has formed in this correction. I would need to see a 5-wave move up for that, which is not part of a larger 3-wave move. So we'll keep our focus currently on the ongoing correction. Parameters are being respected. As long as we stay below 98,870, we actually have a setup for directly lower prices as per the white scenario. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.